Get some fresh air in front of me now. I'm out on the 2020 KTM 300 XC TPI. Pretty soon I'm going to stop saying TPI because you can only get these things. It's just that right now, while it's still new and people are still getting used to it, I'm still saying it's the TPI. But 2019 was the last year you could get this bike without TPI. This model year, 2020, it's TPI only. So this is one of my favorite trails in Utah. It's a mix of fast and flowing with a little bit of technical in some spots, but mostly just a fun trail to get out and motor. And I haven't been on this trail right here particularly for a couple of years because of my injury. I didn't get to come and do this last year. Stay high. See, like I said, there's some quasi-technical stuff right here where you gotta have decent wheel placement through the rocks and stuff. I mean, I used to think this was just technical as all get out, but time marches on. Skills improve. I hit the brake right there. Grab third. I was climbing up that in second. Take second back. Lots of roots. Probably can't see them. They're all kind of in the shadow because I can't really see them. But my front wheel was dancing all over the place. Need some rain up here. Haven't had rain for like 3 weeks. And before that, I don't think we'd had rain for about 3 weeks before that. I think the last time it rained up here in this general area, there was a flash flood down on the road. So if you're paying attention, this is the bike that I'll be giving away to somebody for Christmas. I'm fairly certain anyway. It's either going to be this one or the 250. I think it will be this one. 2020 bike. It'll have somewhere around, I don't know, 20, 25 hours on it. I'll just have to see. I've got about 10 and a half hours on it as of this moment. I've been riding it, and the thing is awesome. I adjusted my power valve out a little bit because it was pretty docile straight out of the gate. Once I got the power valve tuned out, the thing came back to life, became a fire-breathing dragon like I like him to be, but it's smooth. I haven't felt the need for any aftermarket parts other than protection on the bike. Got tubeless on it. Got the Dunlop AT81 EX tire, the gummy tire, and it is freaking lights out phenomenal. Yeah, I get it. It's 113 bucks. But it is awesome. Like, seriously awesome. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's a couple little spots where it's a little technical. Oh, I caught somebody. Notice me. Looks like I caught 2 bikes.
Once I finally got around that gentleman, I'm able to kind of open the bike up. Even though the trail is very tight here, I was just kind of trying to get back in the groove and go. You guys that watch these videos here and watch deep into these videos, you're watching 6.5 minutes into this video. Most people don't do that. So if you're still here, thank you. Let me give you a little bit of insight into what I'm finding here with these 2020 bikes. So I just got back from Idaho. This was a ride that we did in Utah, but we just got back from Idaho where we rode 205 miles. And I rode my 2020 TPI bikes exclusively. I rode this bike, the 300 and the 250. And so I got very used to them, and they ran flawlessly, absolutely perfectly. And then yesterday, I'm recording this on September 4th. Yesterday, I went up to, where were we? We were like Ben Lomond in Utah, and I rode my 2019 250 XC, and I have Electron installed on that, just newly installed Electron on that, because it's another bike that I'll be giving away. And I wanted to make sure the bike would run really well for anyone. And what I found is that these 2020 bikes, with something they did in the valving with them, they're just handling the chop a little bit better. Notice how I'm just flying up these hills, and I'm not, the bike is staying really, really in shape. And I noticed that yesterday on my 19, it was getting a little bit more out of shape as I would go through rocks. And so I tried to soften my suspension a little bit yesterday to make it act more like this, and I'm running the same tires. And so they did some things to the valving on the 2020s that makes them just kind of run really smooth and dreamy. And then the motor also, the TPI motors, people can complain all they want, but I just got off of 4 days of riding them, and I got back on my older carbureted bike, and the carbureted bike did not run as smooth, you know? And so I'm pretty happy about that, because the whole future of this is all going to be the TPI bikes. And right now, if you had me pick between my 2020 250 XC and my 2019 250 XC, having just ridden them, you know, basically one on one trip and then one on the next trip, I'd take the 2020 over the 2019. Ran incredibly smooth and incredibly good. So the future is bright. Yeah, there's a few hiccups here and there with the TPI bike. Same thing happened with 4-strokes when they went to EFI, but overall, I think the future is pretty bright for these bikes. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Thanks, guys.